Audio rolling.
Audio speed.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You know what? Skip that motherfucking intro. Let's go.
Don't let go. Isn't that right, Howie? We ready, Andy? We welcome you in, boys.
What just happened?
I can't do it.
Why?
I can't do the intro today.
Why? You seem angry, agitated.
I'm
irritated.
agitated. Like nails to a chalkboard. I'm trying to think of things that agitate me, but I'm angry. You want to know why?
Why?
The NBA sucks at marketing all of its teams.
I agree.
All of them.
All of them. Well, great point, Trevor. Oh, hey, get that mouth away from me. The NBA sucks at marketing some of its teams.
Yes.
Christian, want to get your hand in here? Oh, you put your hand down. The NBA sucks at marketing some of its teams. And why do I say that? Why do we start the show with that, guys?
Why?
Because on Sunday, the New York Knicks and the 76ers had a primetime matinee.
ESPN.
Final score, 79-73. A lot of players out. Guess who plays on primetime Tuesday night?
Has to be the, I don't know, some big name, fun teams, Pacers.
Yeah, I think OKC and Indiana play on
That would
Tuesday.
make sense. A lot of young
That'd
stars.
be a good one.
Yeah.
MVP caliber SGA.
Yeah.
One of the most
Tyrese
exciting
Halliburton.
players, yep, and Halliburton. No, it's actually the 76ers and the New York Knicks once again.
Oh, a rematch. That first game must have been really good.
That's what you would think if there's two primetime games just a couple days apart. Final score, lowest scoring game in 8 years, 79-73.
Yeah.
Well, is Embiid and Maxey and Randall and OG playing on Tuesday?
Yeah, no, you would think that. No, they're actually out on Tuesday as well.
You know what's so frustrating about this is when this happens with small market teams, the NBA will actually cut that game
Yes.
and put on one of these, big name teams. Like they will switch it up. But they're not going to do that tomorrow. They're not going to do that because it's the Knicks versus Philly.
And you know what? I hope that Chuck, Kenny, Ernie, Shaq are all sitting up there on their TNT podcast and be like, why the hell are we talking about this game?
Which they do that every time. It doesn't change anything. These guys they'll call it out. They'll say stuff like that. I don't know who makes the decisions. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's ESPN, TNT, or the NBA. It's like, it's just ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense, especially when you see the NFL literally showing off Kansas City like it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
That's something that the NFL does worlds better than the NBA is every team in the NFL gets some form of a primetime game. Now, if your team's 1-12 near the end of the year, you might see that game, flex to the game that makes the most sense. And obviously there's more primetime games in the NBA. So certainly some teams will get more than others. And it makes sense when you hear like, okay, they're going to show LA more. But this makes no sense. It's a 4:30 primetime game here in the Valley. And the other early start game is that Pacers versus Oklahoma City, one of which, a game that has a team that has championship aspirations and also a team in Indiana that says, hey, we're going to compete in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is you look at that matchup, OKC, MVP caliber, SGA on one side, and then on the other side, you have media darling Tyrese Halliburton. Like a couple weeks ago, everyone would not shut up about Tyrese Halliburton. And now I haven't even heard anything. Is that guy still alive?
I think this brings up an issue kind of on the other side of the coin with their players and marketing. the NBA hasn't done a great job of marketing players in smaller markets. And they have an opportunity to do that with so many stars now finding themselves being drafted by small market teams and actually re-signing there, because Adam Silver's done an amazing job of implementing rules and regulations that encourage players to re-sign rather than go and ring hunt in Miami. And so kudos to Adam Silver, but NBA needs to do a better job of marketing these youngsters.
Trevor, that nails it square on the head, and there's a couple different things. First of which, you're right. I don't think they're so accustomed to the stars only being in Boston, in LA. We got Golden State, Chicago in the 90s. And now it's like, oh, wait, what do we do with all... at the start of this year, a lot of people were arguing that Bam Adebayo was a far better player than Sabonis. And a large part of that was just because of poor marketing and coverage of who Sabonis is as a basketball player. Because if you looked at who the two players are right now, if you're picking Bam over Sabonis at this point, it doesn't make sense. Sabonis offensively has been probably the second best center in basketball, and he does it every night. And on top of that, you then compare it to football. Football has to be the comparison because right now football is the premier league in the U.S. If you want the NBA to be the premier league, that is the biggest woe, because guess what? We're talking about guys in Buffalo. We're talking about guys in Kansas City. All different locations throughout the National Football League are still getting tons of coverage. Detroit, for crying out loud, they get primetime games with Jared Goff. We've talked about on the show, Paolo Banchero took over a full season before he got his first ever primetime game in the NBA. That cannot happen.
And he's only had one game. Like the fact that the Magic are good this year, they're like middle of the pack in the East. They're fighting for playoff contention, and we still haven't seen another Magic game on primetime.
Yeah.
And it's just like, at one point, you need to stop marketing the teams and marketing the players, because that's what's driving the money. Like it's not like everyone's a Golden State Warriors fan. No, they're a Steph Curry fan. Oh, there's so many people that I meet that like the NBA, and I'm like, oh, who's your team? He's like, I don't really care. I just like whatever team LeBron is on. How many times have we heard that? We've heard that so many times.
Often.
And so it's like we need to do a better job of just marketing the player. It doesn't matter what team they play for. I don't care if a guy plays for Oklahoma City. Let's keep showing SGA.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a Skims commercial, for crying out loud.
Come on.
He is attractive. He's a good guy. Like, he's a phenomenal player. Let's look at that and not the fact that he's on a team in Oklahoma.
I see what you're saying. I don't know if I necessarily agree 100% with that point, just because, like, look at LeBron in Cleveland. All their games were primetime. He leaves. They hardly get primetime now, which they were last week, won a game. But what I think maybe is what you're trying to get at more so is it's not so much about the franchise. Who cares about what the team has done in the past? It's about the team right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma City, Cleveland, these teams that maybe have done things in the past, but now they're like, they're exciting, they're fun. Like, let's show that. We want to see that.
Well, and I don't know about you guys, and this is another comparison to the NFL. When your team plays on primetime, it's like, this feels like a bigger game because it's in front of a national audience.
Yeah.
I don't know why there isn't some sort of mandate to have all these teams play on primetime. I understand you're like, Detroit and Washington on primetime. That sounds terrible. But at the same time, like, even if they played early in the year, 5th game of the season, you mark it as, hey, the Detroit Pistons have some of the most fun and exciting young players in the NBA. That's all you have to do for marketing. Then the common fan can see that and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll learn something about this team in Detroit and some of these players that I've never heard of before.
I see that. I see that maybe early on, but I feel like for me it's more so let's talk about the teams that are actually good. I'm not calling. I don't want to watch Wizards games on TNT personally. I'd rather see the teams that matter right now, like the top 4 teams in the West. I want to see the T-Wolves. I want to see the Thunder. I want to see the Nuggets. I want to see these teams. I don't care about the Lakers. I don't care about the Knicks. I don't care about Joel Embiid-less Philadelphia team. Get these teams off primetime and start putting the teams that matter. That's what I'm calling for.
And, it would be totally okay if both teams were healthy. Knicks, Sixers.
Yeah, because they're both great teams.
They're both good teams. They're both entertaining to watch. That'd be a battle. That's a potential playoff contention. But the fact that their star players are all out, that game needs to be removed. I mean, we literally saw it on Sunday.
It was horrible.
It's like, and then 2 days later, we're going to play the same terrible game.
Anyways, yeah.
And it kind of leads to, we mentioned the Warriors. They actually, 41 games on prime time this year. Second place, the LA Lakers with 40. The Suns are third with 37. And then
you have not named a top team.
No. Boston is after that with 35. And then it's Denver and Milwaukee with like just under 30, I believe.
Okay. Those last three, I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Those are teams that I want to watch. I don't necessarily think that putting Steph on primetime is a bad thing.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just
either
tough.
LeBron or KD.
Yeah.
To me, I'm just like, I want the better matchup of that day.
Especially
so like when
later
it's
in the
like
year.
yeah, when it's like LeBron versus Steph, play that. That's great. That is great basketball. That is fun. That is entertaining. But when it's, LeBron versus I don't even know who, like the
Steph-less Warriors.
yeah, like that. Like that's just like that's not entertaining. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. It is an interesting prediction. This dog, for anyone who is watching the YouTube video, we have a dog that's constantly near our studio. At one point, as you guys were talking, I have a water bottle below me. He started to actually start drinking out of my water bottle. So I can no longer drink my water for the rest of the show. So Trevor's doing his due diligence to get the dog away. And a perfect way to kind of segue into, our next segment, which is a team that I would watch on prime time. The New Orleans Pelicans have been playing great basketball in a highly contested Western Conference, 4-game winning streak. And the biggest thing for them, how do we stay out of the play-in? And a big part of that is, hey, Zion, why don't you keep playing some great basketball?
Yeah, I think we were just kind of waiting around to see what team would kind of pull ahead when you're looking at Pelicans, Suns, Kings, Mavs. And so it's like we keep seeing the Suns and Kings interchange, and then we see the Mavs just an absolute dumpster fire of like, this team needs to be better, and yet they're still losing. But then the Pelicans have been fantastic. 4-game win streak, like you said. They're 2 games ahead of the Suns.
Yep.
So they're starting to provide, a little bit of separation. In fact, I believe they're only like 4 games behind like the Clippers or the Wolves now.
I believe the Wolves are, it is the Clippers.
Yeah, it's like there's a possibility that the Pelicans could even catch the Clippers because, I mean, we're starting to see Kawhi and Paul George and James Harden kind of start popping up on the injury report as like questionable. So there'll be some times where these guys might end up sitting. Obviously, Russell Westbrook is out for probably close to the rest of the year. So it's like the Pelicans are a sneaky team. They're a dark horse team, and they're long and athletic, and I wouldn't want to play them because, I mean, as a Kings fan, they just absolutely dominated us and destroyed us. And if Zion is playing to his superstar level and Brandon Ingram is hitting shots like he can, they're tough. They're really good. Tough.
Yeah. Yeah, and Valanciunas feels like one of those, he's a 50-50 player. He's either 50% of the time, he's going to give you a great game of basketball. There's another 50% time where he's a bit of a bonehead. But they don't need him to really be much. They just need him to play a role of, hey, grab rebounds, block some shots, and get the ball out in transition to Zion Williamson. That's what you need. At times, Valanciunas.
Oh, gotcha.
He's just kind of like this, but he's fine. But overall, the Pelicans are doing what you want to see in your NBA team in March, and that's starting to hit your stride.
And their roster is built so well. They have surrounded Zion with so many shooters. And when he is, so teams will just put up this giant wall when they're facing him. They'll let him shoot, and they'll just have their guys lined up at the key. And when he attacks that, he's able to kick to shooters. And they have 14 players that are shooting above average from 3-point. Above average would be anything above 33% from deep. They have 14 players.
That's insane.
And there was a game last week where Trey Murphy, dude, Zion would drive, kick out to Trey Murphy, who hit like 10 of 12, I think, from deep, maybe 11 of 13 in a game. They have CJ, they have Brandon Ingram, Hawkins, their rookie, has been awesome. This roster is built well. They're full of just shooters, and dude, Zion is figuring it out. And I was thinking about this earlier, actually today, about Zion. This season, sure, like he hasn't maybe lived up or even played as well as we've seen him play in previous seasons. But he's playing into the system in New Orleans, and we're seeing it start to result in wins. And another thing with Zion, he's on pace to play more games than he ever has in his career in a season, which is maybe the number one thing that we wanted to see from Zion Williamson this season. Let's just see you play healthy. And that's what he's done. So I'm encouraged by Zion this season. And it's if it continues to go this way, definitely a big step in the right direction for his career.
Yeah, I think that, the expectations of Zion when coming into the league is that he's going to be a highlight every single night. Like, he's going to have some incredible, insane dunk.
Yeah.
And so, like, we've seen those moments, but now as he's getting older, and we're seeing his basketball IQ develop more. He's becoming smarter. He's wiser as a basketball player, to where he knows what he can do and what he could do efficiently, and then he's just attacking that.
Exactly. And I don't think he needs to be an elite passer. Right now, he's a good passer, and he, has enough, vision when he's attacking the paint that he can kick it. And he's, his assist numbers are dramatically up since January when they've started this Point Zion thing. And that's all he needs. He doesn't need to be Jokic. He doesn't need to be Sabonis, like dropping dimes, averaging 10 assists a game. He doesn't need that. He just needs to be able to, have a good enough level of vision, and that'll be enough. Zion will be Zion.
Mount Zion.
Mount Zion, baby.
Bang. Bang. Yeah. It's funny. There are so many teams in the West where if you're any of those top 4 seeds, it's like, man, I don't want to play them. And how the Pelicans are starting to figure out, it's like, man, I don't know if I want to play them. Pick and choose, I guess. I mean, that's why if you're these top 4 teams in the West, they all really want the 1 seed, because I think Phoenix is going to finish 6 unless Sac catches them. But I just think based on what we've seen, I see Phoenix finishing 6. Pelicans and Clippers maybe 4 or 5. And then 7 through 10, it's Sacramento, Dallas, Lakers, and Golden State. I don't know who you want to play in that group, but you in years past, like, oh, a lot of those are easy. In this group, Christian, you've said it. Like, it's not a shocking if you hear a big upset in the West this year. That's how deep it is. Like 7 through 10, all those teams can beat really anyone of the top teams in the West.
100%. I mean, we're seeing it. Like, I mean, I've said before in the past that, hey, the Sacramento Kings, in the regular season, we've dominated the Nuggets.
Yeah, 3-1.
Which is nuts. And then we play the Timberwolves very well. So it's like those 2 teams where it's like, I'm not saying the Kings would necessarily beat them, but we're going to put up a fight to where it's like, it's going to come down to, you could see a team like Sacramento potentially sneak something away from Minnesota, who has like lack of playoff experience. Same thing with Oklahoma City. Like, they lack playoff experience. So these teams like the Lakers, Warriors, Mavs, who have players who have won championships, that knowledge of the playoffs is going to go a long ways.
Yep.
And, we could see that upset come.
Ugh.
It's It's funny because I was watching the Warriors play maybe last night or 2 nights ago. They were playing a Wemby-less Spurs.
Yeah.
And the Warriors didn't have Steph, granted. But that's still a team. Even without Steph, you should blow out. Warriors ended up losing the game. And I find myself thinking like, man, like they suck. Like come playoff time, they are going to get blown out. But I have to remember, like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they're still there. When it comes time for playoffs, those guys will unlock something. We saw it last year against Sacramento. They didn't have a great regular season, but you find them playing the 3-seeded Sacramento Kings, and they upset them because they have the experience, because Steph Curry is Steph.
Yeah. No, it's spot on. It's scary. Just like when you have to play like the great ones. Oh, yeah. Let it rain. Oh, he's wet. Yeah, there we go. Bang. The thing is, Trevor sprang this dog, and he doesn't run away. He's like, it's almost like he's at a water park.
He eats it.
Yeah, he's eating it. He's like enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have one final segment.
Yeah.
But before the final segment, 15 seconds to talk about 2 quick things. You get 15 seconds per thing. Did either of you see the LSU versus South Carolina fight?
No. Oh, I saw little clips. Nothing crazy.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, that's the first 15 seconds. Second 15-second segment. Bachelor, who's going home tonight?
It's got to be Rachel. I've been
gotta be
saying it
Rachel.
for like 3 weeks now.
Gotta be Rachel. Andy, really quick. You got 10 seconds. We'll use 5.
Daisy self-sabotage, go home.
Okay. Whoa.
Daisy says goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye-bye.
2 Rachels, 2 Daisies. That was our 2 15-second segments. Might be
like
something
that.
we have more of the show.
Yeah.
All right. But
You didn't talk about the fight at all.
yeah.
No, he just asked if we saw it.
Oh,
I
okay.
just saw it. That was part of the.
segment.
That was the segment.
Gotcha.
Did you see the fight? Not
Now,
explain.
now people are going to be like, oh, I didn't see the fight. I'm going to go look at it.
Yeah, that's good brand awareness. All right, Trevor, Christian, you guys want to explain what we're doing here?
Sure. We're going to build NBA players, okay? So this is how we'll do it. We have an NBA player generator on the iPad here, and then Christian has one on his phone. But we will be generating random players, and before the player is generated, before we hit give me that player, you have to claim which category you are going to assign that player to. So we have 5 categories that we'll build this NBA player with. Number 1, size and athleticism, okay? So if you get, let's say Greek freak, Giannis would probably be the best one to get for that. He's got the size. He's uber athletic. That's what you want. Let's see. Shooting, obvious. Playmaking includes passing, dribbling. So if you get Kyrie, that's nice. Halliburton, that's nice. Defense, all defense.
All defense.
Gobert.
Bam
Kawhi,
Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo, bang. And then IQ, you can get a guy like LaMelo Ball, and you could be sad.
Yeah.
Or you can get Ben Simmons.
Or LeBron.
Or you can get LeBron or
Jokic.
Jimmy Butler. He's a dog. Pat Bev.
Jokic.
Pat Bev would be great. I heard him on a pod the other day.
Part of my take.
Part of my take.
I'm listening to it right now.
He's
so good.
he's just a smart dude, man. I like him. I wish he was a king.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm gonna start off playmaking. Generate me that player. This is my playmaking.
Jason Tatum.
Hello. Okay, I'll take that. Tatum. I think
He can
good.
pass.
Good ball handling. He could pass a little bit, I guess.
Sure. All right, next one.
I'm gonna do defense.
Defense.
This is my defense.
Okay.
Jalen Green.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay.
All right.
Give me shooting. This is my shooter. Come on, give me Steph. Give me Steph.
Jason Tatum.
Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, you missed that corner 3 against the Nuggets.
Don't worry
So
about
good.
it. We know
you
he's
can
a good
shoot
shooter.
like him. You just don't have. You don't have.
I
clutch
should.
sheet.
Man, I need someone big.
Yeah, we
give
need
me
a-
size and athleticism, baby. Give me Zion.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
Okay, wait. THT is a big guy. He's big.
Okay.
He's like, yeah.
And he's quick. He's nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
he's not like I didn't land on TJ McConnell, you know?
Yeah,
Okay. IQ final.
Yeah, this is big. I need a dog.
You need
IQ.
someone smart. You
Give
need
me
someone smart.
Give me Jimmy Butler.
Why is he on here? Goran Dragic.
Give me no.
Dragic.
We're doing only
we
now
gotta,
players.
We gotta do current players.
Smart player, but I need a dog. Pat Bev.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, Theo, that's huge.
Is it?
It's like dog, like IQ, your mindset. I love Ant's mindset.
What?
No,
IQ is not mindset.
Yes, it is.
IQ is like basketball.
Are you going to make the
It's
right
basketball
decision?
knowledge and like your mindset. That's how it is. Like your mind. It's your brain.
Is this
it's your
the
brain.
same as banging it out?
This is your brain. I'll take Ant's brain.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, turns the ball over a lot.
Who's up?
We'll do Scott.
I'll go. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
can do it
yourself.
myself.
Okay, Scott.
All right. I will do. I'll do shooting first.
Also, hang with us, listeners. We're gonna compare the player at the end. Whoever
Yes,
has the best player.
please keep
Just
listening.
trust the process.
All right. I am picking my shooter.
You already
and
hit it.
No, it
okay.
didn't go.
Is that who I think it is?
Wait,
Shooter?
Is that-
Who's your shooter, Scott?
that's Chris Boucher.
Oh,
Boucher?
brother.
Or as Scott would say, Chris
Boucher. Mr. Boucher.
Chris Boucher.
I cannot
Off to a
believe that.
terrible start.
All right. Defense will be better, though.
Give me
I'm locked.
Steph.
I'm locked. Kyrie.
Kyrie defense.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if it gets worse
Size. Be big for
than that.
me.
Isaiah Thomas. Come on.
Be big for me. Be big. Kristaps.
Oh,
That's
great.
good.
Nice.
He moves around
Literally.
like an 8-year-old or,
But
or
I'm
an
big.
80-year-old.
I'm big.
Let's go.
Athleticism. That guy
He's
is
not athletic,
butthole.
no.
This is awful.
What playmaking or IQ?
Oh, I didn't even say.
We'll have to redo it.
Yeah, I didn't pick one. IQ.
IQ.
So this is brain, mindset, court IQ.
Robert Williams.
That's funny.
Lord.
That's funny because you know how he got the time
Yes,
Lord?
because he was late, right?
Yeah, he was literally late for his plane.
This player is terrible.
This
player is
exactly
terrible.
what I pictured Scott to be.
Playmaking. Come on, give me someone good. JaVale McGee.
Oh my ball handling and passing.
Dude, you might be one of the worst players ever.
Can we do one more thing?
What?
Could we each add the category of appearance, look?
Oh, like
If they're a handsome player.
Yeah, that's handsomeness.
Yeah, so like you have the size of THT, but you look like Boban.
I could be handsome. We'll see. I could be Boban.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll
we'll
do
that.
that.
We'll do that all at the end.
Okay. So yeah, Scott's player. We'll recap them at the end. Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Generational.
All right, I'm going right off the bat. We're going size.
All right, let's see.
Marcus Smart. I'm built like a bulldog.
You're tiny. You're small.
Smart.
He's 6'4".
Marcus Smart.
You're not going to be able to stop THT sized Tatum.
Or stops.
Yeah.
Kristaps.
All right, I'm gonna do defense. Defensive player of the year.
Dame.
Grayson Allen. Pretty good
I'm
defender.
scrappy.
Yeah, not bad.
I might even kick my leg out. Might trip you.
Bang.
Yeah.
That's nice.
All right.
All
Not
right.
bad.
Let's go IQ.
Okay.
I can't get over
Brains.
how bad my guy is. Tim Hardaway Jr.
That's like very mid, I feel like.
No, that's me. I just shoot terrible shots.
Yeah,
Just
you do.
bad shots.
But if you're a good shooter,
Hey,
this could be good.
let's go with shooting. Come on, Steph.
Give me a brick thrower.
Franz Wagner.
Franz.
He's 33% this year, I think.
I'm very average.
Yeah,
Dang, that would have been way better playmaker.
Wow.
definitely.
All right, playmaking.
These players are so mid.
So bad.
SGA.
SGA.
Oh, that's
kinda
great.
nice.
That's
kind of
great.
nice.
Okay, let's recap them. Oh, let's
Oh,
do
then we gotta-
looks. Let's do
okay,
look. This will matter a lot. I
All
feel
right.
like.
Well,
All right,
this,
so I'm
this
the-
determines if
I'm
you
the
get drafted.
size of Marcus Smart, and I look like.
Come on.
What do I look like? Kyle Lowry. I got a juicy booty.
All right, I look like I'm the size of Kristaps, but I look like Sabonis. All right, so from one European,
I'm not gonna diss my boy. He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, no, he is. It's just funny that I went
All
from
right,
Kristaps
I'm going to
Sabonis.
look like Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh,
Goatee. First thing I would do is shave the goatee into a mustache.
Nice. Yeah, you would.
So it looks more like yourself.
No, that's conceded. Goatees are a no-go. I just feel like goatees aren't a move. Okay, so let's recap these players. You have THT's body with Dinwiddie's face, Jason Tatum's shooting, Jason Tatum's playmaking, Jalen Green's defense, and Ant's IQ. Okay, so that's Trevor's player. We have Scott, face of Sabonis, body of Kristaps Porzingis. Shooting, Chris Boucher. Playmaking, JaVale McGee. Defense, Kyrie.
Bang.
And the IQ, the brains of Time Lord.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's as bad as it gets.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, Christian, face of Kyle Lowry.
And booty.
Yep. With the body of Marcus Smart. And athleticism, I should add to all those. Shooting of Franz Wagner. Playmaking of SGA. Defense of Grayson Allen. IQ, brain, mentality of Tim Hardaway.
Jeez.
I feel like it's a tie between our players.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
No.
Scott's is like for sure
Scott's is,
solidified.
I don't think
as
this
the
player
third.
gets drafted.
No,
No
definitely
chance,
not,
dude.
No,
Because,
this is a bouncer at a club.
yes,
Yeah.
this is like a probably played D1 like 18 minutes a night in Division 1 basketball.
Yeah, dude, you're not
Yeah.
even successful in any category.
Except
No.
your size. Like you're just tall.
Yeah, you're just
And
tall.
Big.
you're kind of handsome.
What does Boucher shoot from 3?
It's not going to be pretty.
And look at how
I mean,
many
he
attempts.
is like a stretch 4-5. So I mean, it's got to be
My
around
guess,
average.
32.
32?
That's
Okay.
my guess.
Okay, yeah, I hope it's 32. That'd be nice.
Below average.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting all kinds of ads on Basketball Reference, dude. No one cares.
Fix your site, basketball
Yeah,
reference.
It's literally 33% career from
so
3.
You're an average 3-point shooter.
What about this season?
Oh, actually, I
Just
didn't even
curious.
check that. It's
I
probably-
love that you have the playmaking of JaVale McGee. Because
Yeah, that's
I don't know
tough.
if you know this, but he doesn't have any playmaking
He's
ability.
terrible. He was on Shaqtin' a Fool so many times for his playmaking.
They probably made Shaqtin' a Fool a thing because of JaVale McGee.
Oh,
did.
for sure.
Yeah, that was like it was all him at the start.
Yeah, like we're just like, I don't know what to do with JaVale's highlights. We
I
gotta
want-
make something out
I
of
wonder, I don't think any of us hit like the ideal for any of our categories. Like the best possible option. Let's go through and let's pick the best possible option.
Oh,
to make
I like
the most.
that.
Okay, so
To make,
obviously
like, the best NBA
looks-wise,
player.
we want to go Kyle Lowry.
The most attractive player. The best looking.
It's got to be Kyle Lowry, right?
No, come on. What are we doing here?
Of our 3 guys or in the whole NBA?
No, whole NBA. Who's the most
Wait,
handsome?
on the Kelly
Yeah.
Oubre.
Oubre?
yeah,
I would
let's say
agree.
Oubre.
Yeah,
Okay. Oubre.
we look like Kelly.
That's good. Great start. Size and athleticism.
It's got to be Giannis.
Giannis.
Probably Giannis. I was thinking maybe LeBron, but he's older now.
Yeah, if he was in his prime, you would say LeBron. But I
Giannis.
think right now it's Giannis.
Okay. Yeah. Shooting,
Steph.
Steph. Playmaking,
Luka, maybe?
Luka, Jokic.
Jokic.
but this includes ball handling. I would say Kyrie.
Yeah, but Kyrie's not like a fantastic passer.
There's no like maybe SGA or Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese isn't bad either.
I would like Tyrese for his like IQ. I feel
IQ and mindset. I like Jimmy Butler for that.
I think Jokic is above both of them in IQ.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jokic's
yeah.
mindset is sick.
Yeah.
I like Jokic for IQ.
Jokic for IQ.
Okay, then
Yeah.
playmaking. I say Kyrie, man, best ball handler ever. For playmaking? No, I'm shutting that down.
Andy's mic was off. He said KD and Trevor sent him to Mordor.
Yeah, I'm
I
sending
mean,
you-
I don't. I think Kyrie's great. Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
Bro.
I think KD is great too.
We're talking playmaking. You would take Kyrie's
Like
or
in a 1v1.
no, we're building a player.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See, I like Kyrie's for his handles, but like in terms of like his assists, that's where.
Okay.
What about like? I was gonna say like Chris Paul.
He's old. This is riveting.
I
This
feel like
segment has
for
gotten-
playmaking,
the
it's-
energy was sucked out.
No, I'm locked.
I playmaking. I don't like Kyrie in this sense because it's like it's his passing ability that's like really holding him back.
Would you do Luka?
I feel like it's Luka or it's Tyrese when it comes to playmaking.
I'll vote Luka.
All right. I'll do what are you voting?
What if we get a mix of Tyrese, Luka, and Kyrie at playmaking?
Can't do that. You have to pick one.
I'm gonna go. I'll go Tyrese.
Okay. Then I'll go
You had to decide.
ball handling, passing, playmaking. I like the way Tyrese plays more because it's more of team basketball. So I'm going to go
All right.
Tyrese. Yep.
Yep.
Defense. Last one.
That's interesting because like I'm not gonna say Gobert because the way he plays defense is like
Wemby?
he's a big guy, right?
Yeah, facts.
He's not necessarily.
Oh,
I like
Wemby.
Wemby.
I like
Blocks
Wemby.
and steals galore.
Yeah, but like if Wemby was 6'11", the size that we are at Giannis, like, is he that? Honestly, it's low key could be Giannis or Bam.
Could be Giannis. Could be Bam.
I
Could be
would
Herb Jones.
I would choose Bam and Herb over Giannis.
What about Kawhi?
Oh, Kawhi
Yeah,
would
Kawhi's
be sick.
defense.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do Kawhi.
Hey, nice shot, Trev. Good
Thanks.
pull. Bang.
Bang.
So
All right, we
what's
gotta
our
go.
elite player look
Our
like?
elite player has the face of Kelly Oubre, the body and size and athleticism of Giannis, the shooting of Steph, the playmaking of Tyrese Halliburton, the defense of Kawhi, and the IQ mindset of Jokic.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy is generational.
I would say go.
No flaws.
No flaws.
No flaws. Nope.
None. Inside and out.
Maybe too good looking.
Facts.
Yeah, maybe he's like too good looking for his own good,
Yeah.
and that
Leads to his downfall.
yeah, like he prefers to be a
Pride.
model over a basketball
Yeah.
player.
Gets a gambling addiction.
This guy would be susceptible to pride.
Yes. Pride.
Yep.
Yeah.
And horses.
And horses.
mindset.
Mindset of
Forgot about that.
Just a handsome horse lord.
Horse Lord.
Guys, great episode.
Good app.
Great episode, guys.
We're coming down to the end of the regular season.
Thank goodness.
Getting ready for playoffs. Keep your eyes on the standings. Team shifting.
It's going to get juicy.
It's going
Every
to get
game
juicy.
matters.
Be ready. Also, next week, should we tell them about this or should we wait when it seems more realistic? Because right now this seems like a pipe dream that could potentially happen.
Let's just say we might have an NBA player on our podcast at some point.
So we'll just leave. I say we leave it at that.
I like that. Keep them on their toes.
We slid in DMs and it was like, it's like when you slide in the DMs of a girl that's way out of your league.
Facts.
You don't expect anything. We heard back from this
Heard back.
NBA player. So
Lots of winky smiley faces. All right. Well, then for Trevor Micklin, Christian Ennis, I'm Scutters. We had producer Andy here behind the scenes saying so long for now. We will see you next week.
NBA are pissed off!